is Tuesday, May 22nd. We are coming to you live from the barn of bad decisions in the middle of a professional wrestling ring. Sitting on flower pots and stools on what could be the hardest ring on earth. There's zero give here, Todd.
I can't believe you're thrown across this thing by those monsters.
Numerous times.
It's just plywood.
It is. It's just plywood. It's very hard. It is a cheap ring. Apparently, whenever you buy a ring on the internet, blacked out drunk, you don't think about the little details. Like how hard the mat should be, how soft the mat would be. Because this thing is what we like to call a bit stiff.
Yeah.
Had a couple CTE problems, I think, from this thing.
When we were trying to put padding under it?
Oh, yeah.
It was clumpy?
Yeah, it started getting clumpy. We started putting like...
Those Lego pieces here.
No, and also the recliners up there, like pool recliners. We tried to put things underneath it because it was so hard. But the mat wasn't, the thing that covers it, the linen that covers it wasn't long enough. So this is what we like to call just a waste of space at the moment, kind of holding down the ground here in the middle of the barn of bad decisions. There's my aquatic vehicle behind Ty right there. It says Mac Attack across the bottom. If you do recall, my neighbor just had a bunch of shit out for sale one particular summer, and he knew that I would drive by and buy them. So he would look, he put Mac Attack on there.
Oh, he put that on there?
Before I bought it. He put that thing on there with a sign that says like $2,500, Pat, come and get it. It's an aquatic vehicle on land and sea. Got your name on it, the whole thing. That thing doesn't float. Got two ATVs in here. One's got the American flag on the back. It's looking sharp. It's looking good.
You got a motorcycle over here.
That's that's a little bit of a chopper situation over there. That's like my first Harley. You got to do it. You got to have a good time with it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad things that have been made. A lot of bad decisions that have been made over here.
What about the blue scooter?
Blue scooter was purchased at an auction. I thought $175 was too good of a deal to walk out of there and not have that. I used to ride it out to get the mail, used to ride it out. There's a bicycle over there in the corner, a mountain bike. I think I won that for the Sugar Bowl my freshman year at college. They got us a big bowl gift was a mountain bike. We go to school at West Virginia. It's actual mountains. Like, ain't nobody actually riding that fucking bike. It's up or down. Ain't nobody riding those bikes. Got half a...
I haven't seen one bad decision yet.
Oh, yeah? You're digging it?
I think the barn could be considered itself a bad decision. This house could be considered a bad decision. It's a good time, though. I had an issue with my neighbor this weekend. Real domesticated life.
Yeah?
Yeah, they had water dumping into my property just out of his sump pump, I believe.
Uh-huh.
What is the sump pump? That's the basement?
Yeah, so he's collecting water either in his basement or his crawl space under his house. So he's got to pump it out all the time.
And as soon as I moved in here like 2 years ago, I saw this PVC pipe coming directly into my property from his property. And I was very confused about it. I'm like, what is this? And the real estate person was like, oh, I don't know what that is, just some pipe. And then like a couple months later, he has a flood, and now I got a swamp in my property from this guy. So for years, he's just been pumping this into my house, into my property, and then this weekend, I guess the pipe busted and it didn't make it all the way to my property. It was like on his property. Uh-huh. So he showed up at the house and wanted to fix the pipe so it would continue to dump into my property. And I said, Bob, I don't know. This sounds like a you problem. I mean, I've been sitting on this thing for a couple of years now. Now you want me to fix it? He's like, no, I want to make it right. He was actually a pretty nice guy. Because for him, if it's not his problem, really, out of sight, out of mind for him,
right,
just dumping it in my property. But this is my first time having like a neighbor altercation here. And it was pretty interesting to see how we dealt with it like adults, shook hands at the end. He's going to call an engineer, he said, to make it right. I don't know what that means. I don't know what all I got to do. But yeah, we did. We actually did. He met at the gate. He was up at the front gate, and he was like hitting the keypad thing, ding, 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 ding. And I was like, hello. I was like barely waking up, top of the morning. He was a very nice guy. Very nice guy, I will say that. But I have had this secret hatred of him for a long time.
Yeah, because he's putting a swamp in.
Just dumping a swamp into my property. Yeah, just dumping it in. And I just, I didn't want to cause a problem. I didn't want to talk to anybody mostly. So I just kind of let it be for a long time. Stayed away from that area. And then now all of a sudden he had to experience it. And he's like, I want to fix this. I'm like, huh? Do you, Bob? Do you? I almost got the fucking Ebola walking over there 2 weeks ago.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, we're in prime season for the West Nile virus. You're getting skeeters over there.
His neighbor's sucking skeeters into my property.
How about I just run a pipe from the back under your house to my pool? And you can just
dump it into my pool. This adult life is a different thing, Todd. It really is.
Well, I was getting ready to leave to come over here, and all of a sudden we had 2 baby birds that couldn't fly hopping around our backyard.
What do you do there?
I know.
It's like Sopranos.
We tried to catch them, and they're hard to catch. They're quick enough. You know how they can fly just like ducks? They can go for a little bit, but they can't get off the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do the dogs go after those?
Well, that's what I was afraid of. So I had to grab the dogs, put them up. I mean, that Great Dane, just suck that baby in, no problem.
He really would, wouldn't he? It'd be like an appetizer for that fucking horse. That thing's like Justify you got. You got 2 of them.
Yeah, it would be like us just field stripping a chicken wing. When you put it all the way in your mouth,
Yeah,
you
and
pull it
suck
out with
her
no
out.
meat. Yeah.
By the way, there's a good way to do that. You know the ones that are like not the, they're like kind of the
Flats.
Yeah, the
flats. So you take your 2 fingers and you pinch at the top. You've seen this done? You take the 2 fingers, you pinch at the top in between the hole, and then you push down. So now you have just one ball at the end, and you.
The wing challenge people do that.
Yes, that's what the wing challenge people do.
Stuff the meat in their mouth right after.
Yeah, I got invited to some ESPN did an interview when I was in college, and it was like me, Pat White, Steve Slayton, and somebody else. I don't even know how I got invited. And the guy doing the interview was an XO lineman, and he was like trying to showcase how cool he was, and he did that in front of us, and I was like, wow, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. You are pretty cool right there. He was a speed wing eater. That's what he does. So you pinch the middle of the flats, you push it down, it becomes a ball, and then you just suck it out, clean bones. Just keep it moving. You need to do it.
Yeah.
But that is what the Great Dane would do with the birds.
Exactly.
Got 2 dead birds on this ring right now, right behind you, Todd.
To be honest, yeah. See, they just fall. But and this is what I almost did when it was just one.
Yep.
Where's a nest on the
Yeah, we
sky?
got a nest up there over yonder.
You know what the issue is? They probably. Well, it's a bad place for a nest, right? Because
Yeah.
the doors are closed normally.
I just want to tell you, if this ring was more padded,
Yeah. It was about a 6-foot fall, and this ring is so hard that the birds both died when they hit. It only from like 6 feet, it's dead.
and you could tell his brother was like, "Yeah, you'll be fine. It's padded down."
Boom. Let's go take some bumps, they said. Bang. Dead. 6-foot fall. My barn is set up like a standard barn, I think, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a point.
It's got a pitched roof.
Yeah, classic
When I-
roof,
when-
4 walls. Nailed it.
It would have been so funny if when it was down to one bird, I thought we were going to catch it. She was like, I don't know what we'll have to find the nest or something. I was like, no, we'll just put it in a box, and I'll just take it to Sam. I was going to bring the one bird to your house
Here?
in like a box.
We don't need any more birds, bro. Like if Sam saw these 2 dead birds on a ring right now, like we would have to cancel the show because we'd have a funeral. A whole funeral would start happening. The lights would get dim. She'd bring in music and candles. We'd have to bury these things. It'd be a whole situation.
You'd have to pad this whole barn.
She's crying for animals she's never met before. Like there's an animal dead on the side of the road the other day. She starts crying. I'm like, we got a lot of animals that she truly, genuinely cares for. When those days come,
What did you tell her?
was
I think she posted what you told her.
oh.
The funniest.
The squirrel.
I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, when the squirrel died. Yeah, she saw a dead squirrel. And I texted her that squirrel was a murderer squirrel that was on the run. So she actually saved squirrels by killing the squirrel on the road that she killed. So it was lucky what she did for the squirrel community. They're actually thanking her because it was a bad squirrel that she killed.
He was a nut stealer too.
Yep, big time stealing the nuts, isn't it, that squirrel? She was bawling her fucking eyes out. She FaceTimed me. I just hit a squirrel and started crying, like was bawling her eyes out as if like, honestly, it felt like as if like I died, like almost like if I was to die in a situation or like, it was bad. She was weeping. I'm like, you don't even notice squirrel. Like what happens when one of our cats pass away? It's over. Oh my God, I might have to leave town.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a shoulder big enough for that cry.
It's going to be a bad day.
It's gonna be-
month.
Wait, is that why your shoulder's messed up right now?
Oh, I got a bad shoulder right now. I don't know what happened to my shoulder. I was lifting groceries. So Sam made fun of me, obviously. She's like, so you can't even lift up a case of water anymore or whatever? I was like, I think it's because my arms are so big. My shoulders get sick of holding them up. You know what I mean? So I think it's because of my arms being so large. So I just got to kind of make them a little smaller. But yeah,
You literally trained your whole life carrying like 80 bags at a time, like when your mom brought groceries home.
see that? See that? You scoop them in there because you only want to make one trip.
How many bags are you carrying? Just the water?
2 water cases, 1 hand.
So that's tough though.
You
That's
see that?
pretty
But it
crazy.
caught me off balance because I had to get through a thinner spot. So I lifted it up in front of me. And as I lifted it up in front of me, I think it might have just done a little strain thing. But it was 224 cases that I had them pinched together with the hand.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight to hold.
Well,
up
I
that
didn't
way.
want to go back. Like, I'm a classic asshole. Like, I don't want to go back and do 4 trips. I mean, who wants to do 4 trips in there? No way. No way.
Not an option.
No way. Listen, whenever we're bringing in water, in cereal, in those mission tortillas, those low carb tortillas, you need to get everything in one bunch. I'm a big water drinker right now. I'm going through probably 6, 7 bottles, like big bottles of water a day right now, just flushing them down. And I don't know if we can keep up, to be honest.
I can't drink it out of the faucet. Like I can if I have to, but
I feel
like,
so
this is
snobby.
not-
I only drink out of a bottle now.
I know.
We get spoiled at the office too. You get those water deliveries that come in. Like it's just
I
always,
think that's it. I'm
always
just
there.
used to that. Yeah.
By the way, genius move by Jordan Berry, getting him straight to. She went straight to the source, to the connect, to the plug.
Got a deal.
She just cut out the middle person.
Literally a movie I saw the other day. Blow. Same thing.
She did a hack version of Blow to get our water. Sean Latham is just going to be losing his shit. I saw George Young do this the other day. Todd, what do you think about the world we're living in right now?
I think it's soft. That's what I think.
Is it because I
Drives
pulled
me
my shoulder?
crazy.
Are you saying that because I pulled my shoulder? Is it because of me? No, you really do think the world's soft, though?
I do. It drives me crazy, man, when I see all these people with these weird protests about the circumcision thing.
How about the baby,
wiping
the
your
consent to
baby's
change the
ass.
diaper?
Yeah, Jesus
If their
Christ.
representative was a baby, I would be behind them.
If it was like a smart baby.
Yeah.
Like one that's,
Baby.
somebody's actually being, like,
Like a baby that has its own cult. Just
I would be behind that protest. But
some evil genius baby.
it's wild, though, because I do believe we're getting to the point, though, where there for a little bit, every one of those protests was like, everybody got on board with it. Everybody was like, yup, you're right. This is the right side of history. We're going to be on this. Yup, you're right. We're going to be on the right side of history for this. Yup, you're right. And then it started getting ridiculous, and everybody was like, all right, we're going to sit back on this one a little bit. We're going to let that dumb bitch kind of do her own thing there. You haven't seen a lot of traction get behind a lot of these things. Like the protests we went to, there's what, like 20 people there.
yeah, and they all were doing different things. Or like there was a main, like probably 15 people doing one. But
Yes.
everyone else was doing.
But it wasn't a lot of people. In the way they stack in pictures, they tried, like they set up making it look like there's a lot of people there.
Right.
And it's a very interesting little, it's an interesting way to make play.
Dude, there was a little protest in Broad Ripple one night. We were down there in front of Brothers, and there was about 10 of them, and they had all black on, and they put on those kind of freaky-looking Asian kind of mask, you know? And they were holding up pictures of, like, mutilated babies and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? I'm going in there to get a burger. You're right outside a restaurant. But,
Yeah, you were the bad guy, too.
yeah, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they looked kind of evil, too. I was like, oh, that looks like a bunch of school shooters. I don't know what's about to happen down here.
School shootings are at an all-time high, by the way. It feels like it's happening every fucking week.
know.
Why is that happening? What is the deal?
That was never even like a concern when we were in
No.
grade school. Like you took it. You know, you're gonna get bullied or you're gonna get shit thrown at your way, and now I feel like you can't say anything anymore.
I wonder why it's happening at such an alarming rate. I'm being serious, too. when I
It's
say
some
this.
kind of psychological thing with kids now. Growing up, like more entitlement and
I think it all revolves around like how much people know now. Like everybody knows everything about everything. Like there's so much wokeness, so there's so much reason to be like depressed about shit now. It's not like you just don't know about it. Now
Right.
it's like, yeah, now we know about it. It's just such an interesting world because those kids just make like that kid that did that killing thing. That Santa Fe. Did you hear him when he was testifying? He sounded so sad afterwards. Like it wasn't like he was happy. It was like
He was singing during it.
yeah, but then whenever he was in the court, like he didn't have his head up, like he was. It was like it was such an interesting. Like you're such a little punk bitch. Like I want somebody like to say that to him. Like
Right.
instead of being like the court, like I want people to be like, you're a punk bitch.
Do you buy into like the video games and movies like that influences it, or
As somebody that watched my brother just snipe people in the head, like it was always very interesting. Like watching people play video games where they're like sniping, and you're like, yeah, you're fucking dead. You know what I mean? Like people are like, yeah, killed, like talking shit to somebody,
Right.
killing them, and then bang, respawning back to life.
Right.
I don't know though because it's two different animals.
I mean, my kid, I never held back. Like, he's probably 5, 6 years old, watching Friday the 13th movies and shit with me. You know what I mean? Like, I let him watch anything. I didn't hold language back. I took him to the comedy clubs when he was like 11. Every comedy video game he's got.
Dad of the year.
He's played them all. So, and he's not fucked up. So, somebody's got to be doing something wrong. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's because there's so many people that play video games that don't.
Yeah.
But it's just like all you need is that one nut job to fuck up everything, and that seems to be happening a lot more these days.
Like the one I remember, like that was connected to video games, was he killed his parents because he couldn't play Halo.
Oh, I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
So that's like the only one I ever like noticed. It was involving because he just wanted to play a video game.
Yeah, because
That's way different.
I assume it's two very different things. Like the mindset to go kill somebody is just a whole different world. But that dude had explosives in Santa Fe. He had like bombs on deck, like ready to go. He just wanted to be like known as a lunatic, I think.
Yeah. To be that young and think, I'm just going to walk in here and just fucking shoot everybody I can.
And then he tried to kill himself and he failed.
Yeah.
That has to feel terrible. Like
Jesus.
You can't even kill yourself, you fucking punk bitch. The people, a lot of the internet is turning its attention to how a lot of these kids want to get famous. So like they hope that they're going to be able to get famous by.
I think that when they put it on the news and make a big deal of it, don't you think that hurts?
I think it does. I don't think it's
the
good.
next kid who was thinking about it's like, yeah, I'm ready to die. I'm going to go out like that.
Yeah, it's like the movie theater guy in Aurora. He was obviously trying to get on the news, right? I mean, he sat there and waited for them to arrest him.
He rigged his apartment as well, so he was like trying to double down on it.
Yeah, so it's like all these people like are hoping to become infamous almost. And it's just a wild scene. Like, what is wrong with people? I don't understand it.
And it's happening, like in Indiana, a lot of schools have cops in them. I wonder that's why we haven't had any.
So I'm wondering, because there has to be something that's going to have to give at some point, right? They're going to have to, because down in that one in Florida, they started saying that there was too many cops present. It was uncomfortable for people. It's like, well, what's a happy medium here?
Right.
I don't know how you figure the problem out. I honestly have no idea how you figure it out. That's why, like, there's adults, I feel like. They're supposed to make adult decisions.
Right.
But what is the way? Is it cops? More cops? I don't know. Todd.
'Cause I know like they started doing like metal detectors, but I feel like if a kid's got his mindset on it, like a metal detector is not deterring anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know how you stop somebody that wants
I mean,
to be
he'll
an
just be
idiot.
firing rounds while it's going beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, because you just come right in.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
what I
much
love.
sense. It's just a sad state. It's a sad, sad state of affairs whenever that's something you got to worry about.
I
At
know.
the end of the day, there's no way to stop it. Like,
How do you stop lunatics from being dumb?
there's always gonna be one crazy person.
And you just got to hope that their level of crazy isn't like that type of crazy. It's like maybe eat doo-doo.
Right.
Maybe like they eat shit. Like something like that, you
Yeah.
know? Now
Probably the same amount of crazies. It's just now it's almost like they know they have a bigger audience to reach. You know what I mean?
yeah, so they want to do it.
Channel 5, Channel 7.
They want to
Probably-
do it bigger, you're
Yeah,
saying.
because we hear about one in Texas just like we would if it happened in Greenwood, Indiana, right behind me. You know what I mean? Because of the internet.
Kelly Clarkson did an impassioned speech at the Billboard Music Awards to start it off about how there's always a moment of silence or whatever, and she wants a moment of action. It's like, well, what is the action here?
Yeah.
We can take away guns, but like cocaine isn't legal, and bad people can get a hold of cocaine. And if you like, I think that kid had a sawed-off shotgun at one point. That's not an illegal gun at all. He has that.
No, right.
So it's like people are going to be able to get their hands on guns. Like, how do you just make them all disappear? I don't understand how you do that.
Yeah, it wouldn't take a kid long to make a pipe bomb. Get a recipe on the internet. Just walk
See,
in
that's
with
what I'm
some
saying.
pipe
Like, if
bombs,
somebody
he's gonna
wants to
find a
do
way.
something insane, they're going to find a way to do it, right? I think
Yeah,
that's kind
I
of the
think
way.
so.
That's bad. Just
Yeah.
gotta lay low from them. That's why I live in that bubble we live in. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But it's gotta hope nobody in our group is gonna do it. Just gotta hope nobody in our group
In
does.
the workplace.
It would definitely be Vibert if anybody. But it is sad. I wish people would be happier more. Because it seems if that's the big thing, right? People are pissed off and then they go do that. There's never like a.
They just legalize all vitamins.
I think vitamins could help out a lot with those little pissed off kids. Maybe get them some weed in their life.
Right.
Hey, you need a little marijuana, kid. Hey, you know what? Your son seems to have the traits of what we'd like to say a serial killer. Maybe get him to smoke a little weed and maybe cheer his little fucking miserable ass up. I don't know what you do, though. I don't know if that's a solvable problem. I'm being serious too. I don't know if it's
I don't think it is. I mean,
it's sad. It's a sad, sad thing. I don't know if there's a solvable problem.
there's not enough money to like secure the schools enough, and then once you do, it's gonna be like you're walking into a military school, and the people want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's we live in a wild world right now. It's a
Yeah.
wild time to be alive.
Yeah, I feel like I got like if people have little kids right now, I'm like, God damn, I would not want to fuck with that.
Me neither. Like that's what I'm like.
so
There's a
much shit
chance
going
that
on.
any given 3 weeks out of the month, Sam and I could potentially accidentally procreate. And I've had nightmares about just accidentally having a kid with Sam, and I don't even know what like Snapchat. Like what the fuck am I gonna do with Snapchat? With my kid having
God.
Snapchat.
Think of all the stuff that you know you've done.
Child Skeeter.
Skeets.
Yeah, I have a kid name.
What up, Skeets?
Oh, that's good.
Having a little sidekick, like a little mini me, would be very cool. Let's
Right.
not act like having a child would be cool.
Yeah.
But then you got to worry about all the other shit.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, there's always something to deal with, I guess. But it just seems like compared to when my son was little,
Options now.
like good parents will always figure out how to take care of it, but it's just like so many things, you know,
Now-
bullying and all that shit, social media bullying, all that shit. Jesus,
Yeah, what do? You can't keep your kid off of
I
there.
know. Yeah, and you won't just sit there and read their phone all day. And
Or
answer
if-
back for them. Hey,
if-
motherfucker.
If you do
I'll
keep
your
them
fucking
off,
head
they're
in.
just gonna get fucking roasted because they're gonna be the only kid who doesn't have it. you
Yeah,
know
Yeah,
what
so
I
now
mean?
they're getting real life bullying
Yeah, exactly.
instead of social media. But so there's no winning there.
Yeah, no.
So we just solved it. Like now's not time to have kids.
I would grab it and be like, I'll answer that motherfucker. And I
Yeah,
was just
like what if it's time? You
just
want me to talk
bury
shit
those
to the
kids.
kid? No, you can take credit for it. You can take credit for it.
Your dad, the kid, Pat McAfee gets on. He says, like, think how bad you could bury a freaking 11-year-old.
Oh, you little fucking idiot! Can't even spell the word "the" right, you fucking dumbass. You should go down a hallway, okay? Walk out of Mrs. Gracie's class, turn left, go all the way down to the end of the hall, make a right, go into the bathroom, go into the third stall, go ahead and shut that thing behind you. It should be the handicap stall. Should have a lot of room in there. Go ahead and maybe turn the lights off before you get in there. Sit on that toilet. Go ahead and fuck yourself. Just take a little 12-year-old to run around. I should have a kid. This is bad PR. It'd be a bad situation if I'm just going in on a 12-year-old kid.
Well, and then those other kids would get all the shrapnel of all your other followers just being like, look at this fucking idiot. And it would just never
That
end.
army comes
I get
raining
very
down.
scared. I get very scared whenever my followers start going after people because they are some of them are very dumb, but they're ruthless. Like they will dig through people's stuff and go after them. I don't do it anymore. I lay away from it. It used to be one of the most fun things I would do is like when somebody would talk shit on me, I talk shit back. Then like I watch people talk shit to them too because they got my back. And I started feeling bad. I was like, man, my timeline's just loaded with this guy just getting ruined. Now I got to think about this guy whenever he tweets back because they would always respond with, oh, real classy, like me, like it's my fault. Like you started this and I'm the classy one. So I would stop doing it. But that was something I missed. So maybe when my kid comes, maybe that is something I get back in the game of. My kid's Twitter account, just burying
That would
kids.
be hilarious. I'd go ahead and just open it when he's 4. Just run it yourself.
That's happening right now, I think, with that Team 10. That Team 10, Jake Paul's team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a dude, Brandon Hampton. I've told you guys about him. @Money is his name on Instagram. His kid is a part of Team 10. He might be 7 or 8 years old.
Really?
He does like autograph signings and shit, making money already because he's a social media star. I have no idea.
Before, like, you had to be 18, right? Or, like, to have Twitter? Or is that...
Facebook used to have
Facebook
that.
was
College.
high school.
No,
Yeah.
well, for
College,
me, it
and
was
then-
used.
Yeah, me too. And then it switched to high school, and now I don't even think you have to. Anyone can have it.
Yeah, anybody. There's literally fake bots that have them all the time.
Yeah.
Todd's the most popular bot guy on Earth. Todd's the most popular bot guy on Earth.
I get probably 37 female Russian friend requests every day.
That does feel pretty good, though. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
that
pretty
the
popular
bots,
in Russia, evidently, with Eastern European whores.
I wonder where that guy's like your neighbor, too. He said, let me send a couple more over to Todd, see if he's fucking dumbass.
I
Maybe
love coming across those and seeing which one of your friends accepted their friend
Oh,
request.
yeah.
There's always like 3 guys from back home.
Yep.
Always the same person?
Yeah, usually.
That guy's just sending his dick out to all them bots, too. Just in the DMs, just like hoping to get a dick back.
You go to your high school reunion and you're just like, I met this Russian woman. She's amazing.
Jim, listen. I've been watching you accept all these Russian bots. They aren't real women. Okay, look at yourself. You think that woman on that picture wants anything to do with your disgusting country ass?
You have
Stop it.
120 followers, 115 of them's last name is an Ova or Ski. Let's go. What are you doing?
Oh, dude. Zito, what do you think of the world we're living in, man?
Other than all that stuff, it's a beautiful world.
I do. I think there's so much good stuff happening, too. It seems as if
Look at the good stuff.
it's always negative, though. It seems like everywhere is negative. Something happens, and then there's like 55 negative reactions to it. Like, oh, this is happening. Boom, there's 100 negative reactions. You know, like a royal wedding. So much love.
Oh, yeah.
So much love in here. But what did we talk about today? How every one of them paid 60 cents to that queen for the taxes and how terrible it is, how miserable it is, how dumb it is. It's like, they spent $300,000 on flowers, dude. They had a beautiful day.
I like the wedding, though. If they're spending that much money that you're spending, you basically paid for that wedding.
Yeah, and people love it. That's what I'm saying. Listen to us, though. That's negative. We're viewing it in a very negative way. Instead of saying
Yeah.
it was like a beautiful display of love and togetherness of an entire place coming together, instead it was like us, like, that is the dumbest thing on earth. Because it is, in my mind. It's so dumb.
Was that number that Sean gave on radio today?
300,000 for the flowers.
300,000 for the flowers and 245
Million. or so.
million for
Yeah,
the
because
whole
there's
wedding?
42 million for security because they were riding in that open carriage.
Jeez.
Imagine the nightmare that is, by the way, for security to have to figure that out. Nightmare situation.
You'd have to have every building along that route inspected beforehand, right? Mm-hmm. Sealed off.
Country resident.
What movie is that?
Then you're clearing tree lines.
That's
and shit.
Batman, right?
Yeah, where the thing pops up and it's got the timer in there.
Yeah.
And, yep.
That's Christian Bale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the best Batman movie out of all of them?
For me, I think it is. I mean,
What's
what is
my
it?
favorite?
Dark Knight Rises, and then is there Dark Knight,
Dark Knight was the one with the Joker.
and then Dark Knight
Dark
Rises?
Knight Rises was Bane.
Yes, those
I
two.
like both those, yeah.
Those two really intrigued me. As somebody who doesn't watch a lot of movies, I like Joker a lot more.
Because you always say Pittsburgh is like Batman, but that's Chicago. That whole entire movie.
What?
Number 2 is all filmed in Chicago.
It's in the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium, actually. Like, Bane is actually in the Pittsburgh.
3, so you like the Bane one. That's Pittsburgh.
The Joker one?
All Chicago.
Really?
Every time you say Pittsburgh, I'm just like, the Bane one's in Chicago.
Maybe I like that Bane one a lot more. Now that I think about it, because I was singing about the Joker one, and then now that I think about the actual cinematography, you know,
Yeah.
like the
Cityscape
environment.
was way better.
Yeah, I like the third one. I think, you know,
I
when
like the staircases, wherever that was in Pittsburgh. That was where they filmed that one fight scene.
yeah, what didn't Nick say it was in Carnegie or something? It was over there by Carnegie. We drove by it. We drove by it in Oakland there.
It was beautiful stairs.
Very good stairs.
Good cinematography.
Some would say better than the Rocky stairs. That'd be wild to think about. That'd be wild.
Have you like seen a movie filmed in Chicago for you or Pittsburgh for you? Like it was right there and you had to drive around it because it was all blocked off? and
No,
shit?
Tom Cruise was filming something in Pittsburgh one time when I went back to party, and there was one particular block that was shut down. But there was nothing happening, and I was there at night too, which is when you normally film.
Right.
It was just shut down. They're like, Tom Cruise is filming a movie here, and I was like, awesome, let's go see him. And he wasn't there, so I've never actually seen it. I've been in the vicinity, but they say they go to like the local bars and shit. Like they really they become like because they stay there for a few months, I assume. So they're in town. Pittsburgh started offering up huge tax credits. Like Pennsylvania started offering up huge tax credit, and everything started coming to town. I assume Chicago's had so many movies shot there.
I saw Transformers being filmed there once.
Who was it? Which one? Was Shia LaBeouf?
I think it was the newest one where they're flying the squirrel suits. I think that's number 3.
I don't think I've seen that one.
With Wahlberg.
Wahlberg, yeah.
Wahlberg's in Transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah, the newer ones.
Mark is in Transformers?
Yeah.
I did not know that. See? That's a boggling of the mind situation.
Michael Bay money.
Michael Bay. Is that Avatar?
No, that's James Cameron.
You get it.
Michael Bay is Bad Boys.
It's back. They're
Yep.
doing it again.
It's coming
Yep.
back.
I can't wait to just order that, the hard copy. Send like 30 of them over to Nick.
Oh my god.
Just send them right to the fucking house for Nick Moraldo
We
who's
should
reading.
just play it in the office for like a week straight on the big TVs.
Dude.
Over and
How do
over
you
and over on
hate
loop.
a guy like Will Smith that much?
I don't get it at all. Like he's never done anything but be awesome.
Nick is a professional hater.
Yeah.
That's what Nick is. He's a professional hater.
I think you're right.
I don't understand the not liking Fresh Prince because I love Fresh Prince. I kind of agree with him on like his late acting career. I don't think he's made very many good movies. But
Oh, wow. Look at Ty getting tainted. He lives with Nick. This is what happens. This is that negativity we're talking
It
about.
bleeds over.
When
Could
you
be.
just completely engulf yourself with the negativity, it's there. Just living in Nick's house, he's getting them.
Yeah.
But you're saying the Fresh Prince was impossible to hate.
yeah, it's hilarious and it's heartfelt too. There are like a couple episodes that might make you cry, move you to tears.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Saved by the Bell. Are you kidding me? That'll get you through any life. That's what the kids are missing these days.
You're right.
There it is. Huh. Huh.
They need more cool shows.
They need
like
Mason
that for that
Ramsey.
demo.
They need Mason Ramsey.
Yeah.
I think that's a good role model for a lot of
He
the
might
kids.
change things.
He had his
for
cowboy hat
generation.
tipped back, way back. He was with French Montana in a video too. I don't like that at all. I don't like that, not one bit.
I think they should remake Little Rascals, and he could be.
Alfalfa.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be the greatest thing of all time.
Little Rascals. That's the one. The kid has the hair that sticks straight up. That's that guy you just talked
Yep.
about. Because I have a cowlick back here, and my hair used to stick up. People would say that,
Oh, call you Alfalfa?
and I never knew if it was a good thing. I never watched that movie in my life. Little Rascals. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's meant for when you're gonna watch it as a kid. If you watch it now, it'd be kind of weird, I think.
Yeah, it's for little kids. You wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense.
Alfalfa was the star of the show though, so I mean,
So good little hair on that kid.
yeah.
Good for him. I like Alfalfa.
Did you remember when Eddie Murphy used to do buckwheat on Saturday Night Live?
SNL.
Oh my God! Like you could never do that now. But I mean, he's a black guy playing, but he would never do it.
I watched Trading Places this weekend for the first time
Great.
Oh yeah,
with Eddie Murphy.
And
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd. Yep.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Fell asleep towards the end. I don't have a clue how it ended, but I saw the lead up and I enjoyed it a lot.
Eddie Murphy was a fucking monster, dude. Like for a while, like until he decided to only do kids movies, pretty much, he was a fucking monster. No bad movies.
He had every like genre on lock too.
Yeah.
Like Beverly Hills Cop was like one of the most popular movies. I mean, he's always a monster in comedy.
The Golden Child.
He was Donkey too.
Yeah.
Donkey.
He made probably so much money off of that fucking character, Donkey. Just hanging out. The voiceover comics now, or voiceover actors are just making bank.
that's probably the easiest job in Hollywood, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think a lot of times they just like for like a show they'll knock out the entire season in like a week span, so it's a quick turnaround. But
It's like game shows. I guess that's what they do for game shows.
yep.
I see it like it looks pretty painstaking because you see them in that little booth and they're watching the like video monitor, watching the scene, and they're just talking to the thing. I bet they have to. so
I bet
many
you it's
takes,
because it's
so
a
many
lot.
takes.
It's strictly voice.
I
So
think
when you
it-
have nothing else to rely on except
Yeah.
for your voice, I bet you that you have to be pretty
I
solid.
think it's probably a lot more physical than people realize too. Like you're doing shit with your face, you know, when you're doing impressions and
Well,
stuff like that.
It feels like
Yeah.
The Rock every time he's in that. He's going through actual painstaking things. Like he's out of breath whenever he's.
Right.
I don't know if he's running in place like the fuckers at the corner, and they're jogging in there. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff they got to do. Still a good gig. I mean, let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
By the way, they want to cast any of us in Finding Nemo 7 or whatever. Let's get in that.
so much money.
Ellen DeGeneres just rolls in cash, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it awesome? Good for her.
I think you guys would get along.
Me and Ellen?
Yeah.
I can dance. I know she likes doing that. I know she likes doing that.
Is she on your hate list for not inviting Blockhead?
Huh?
Is she on your hate list for not inviting Blockhead to the show?
Yeah, because I thought Block Dad should have been in there. Because it was Easter, it was family, there was a lot of feel good there.
At least a phone call.
Yeah.
It's right up her alley. I don't know how her people didn't come across it.
Huh.
They had to come acrost it, but why they didn't pick it?
Yeah, they aired on the same network as her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson Daly, McAfee.
Carson
Daly. The NBC, you think they all just got a group email? Guys, Block Dad. My dad. Imagine my dad in there just snooping into the fucking email chain. I got terms and conditions. You guys see my Christmas decorations over in the corner over
Yeah,
here?
it's a
That's
nice
a
wreath.
big ass fucking wreath.
It's a big reef. Do you see that polar bear right there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you see that Mario Kart thing? Those two things, it was like a day before Christmas, and my parents were coming out, and I bought my first house, hammered drunk in the summer after my first year, and they were like, they're like, everybody tells you not to buy a house until your second contract. Like, don't buy a house. You don't know what's going to happen. So after my first year, I get very drunk on my birthday and go down to the Kentucky Derby. And I sign, like, for my house, hammered drunk, almost, it was like at the Kentucky Derby. So I buy this house out of nowhere. I come back. Now I have a house. I have no idea what to do with it. I had to go to the bank to sign all these things. Just bought it, whatever, keep it moving. Then I get arrested, right, October. And I just kind of like stay in my house for a few months. And my parents are coming out. And they're like, if you don't have anything out for Christmas, we're going to be very upset with you. Like, be an adult, you know? The rest of the neighborhood's probably decorated.
Pressure's
So I went to
on.
Walmart, and I got that polar bear, and I got that Mario Kart thing, and just put them right in front of my house. And that was it. That was it. And they have been with me ever since. So this little Mario Kart thing still works. He only spins one direction now. He just goes, He's my guy, though, and that polar bear.
It looks like the Coca-Cola polar bear.
Yeah.
I think it is.
He was the last one left, that guy. Nobody wanted him for Christmas. So he got the call. Come on in, cuz. You're coming right into the house. Now Sam is just over the top with Christmas. It's absurd.
You still haven't shown me one bad decision yet.
Well, I mean, you're sitting in one, I think. I think this ring is probably a bad.
This made you a better wrestler.
It did make me a better wrestler, and I could wrestle right now if I had to. I know the basics of wrestling if I had to because of this ring, but it hurt. I mean, this is a very painful ring. That was supposed to be padded right there. I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if you heard that. It's just wood. That's all it is. See that ladder over there?
Great decision.
Thank you. I climbed all the way up in a tree to get a ball with that thing.
You got a ball stuck up there?
Yeah, kicked the ball into the. No, it wasn't up there. I had to take it out of here. Moving a ladder is difficult, by the way, because it is very difficult. It's heavy. It's awkward. It slides around. This is probably like a 25-foot ladder,
Oh, yeah.
30-foot ladder. It's one of them sliding ones, things, and moving it is a nightmare. And I kicked the ball into a tree, so I was like, I'll go get the ladder, and I put it on. And I started walking up it, and the tree limb that I had it on started like going, you know? Oh. Yeah, it was like a Tarzan moment, like a full Tarzan moment. So I sprinted down the ladder, like the firefighter races, you know, whenever they're sprinting up and down the ladder. I look like that. And I re-put it back up in there. I get up in there, go out to the edge of the thing, grab the ball, come back, go down the ladder, try to get the ladder out. Ladder gets stuck in tree. 2-3 months until it lost all its leaves, and then I got it out in the fall. So that thing, yeah, at the time it was the only ball I had. It was
I can imagine you would try to find another ball.
to knock it
knock
down.
it out?
Yes, that is the move. That is a classic move.
Two stuck, that's when the ladder comes up.
No, yeah, just one ball. Only had one ball, and it wasn't a football. It was like one of them like Walmart balls. You know what I mean? Like one of them Walmart balls. We were on edibles doing something. We were kicking something, and then the ladder got stuck in the tree. So it was like
fucking
just a
hilarious.
tree with a ladder coming out of it with nothing else. It was a pretty awkward situation.
Taser till fall.
Stayed there for 3 months till the fall, till the leaves left. Sorry, because I forgot I was there.
Funny, it fall.
Yeah, there it was. We could bring it down. So that ladder's been used one time only.
This was a horse barn.
Yeah, they used to have like full-on horses in here. There used
So
to be
it
a
looks like
stable.
there's 2 stables.
There used to be 4 right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we took it out to put this ring in.
Nice.
Yeah, so we did the whole thing here. It's a bad decision, dude. Just one after the other.
Who built this house?
Oh, I forget the guy's name. His name was Dave. I talked to him because I need him to get rid of the stables here
Yeah.
to bring the ring in. I think his name was Dave. He builds a lot of the big ones around here. I
And they
guess.
had a lot of horses, I take it.
No. Oh, so like the lady who owned it, or I thought you were talking about the builder.
No, the lady that had
Because
it
the
built,
builder
sorry.
is like a famous builder in Indiana, by the way. I've learned that after looking into some things because I had to have some things fixed. So the guy who built it, the lady I think hit the lottery somehow.
Yeah.
She had the house up in the front originally. Then I think she bought all this land, built the house in the back.
That makes so much
the house
sense.
that I currently live in, and then made like a horse stable.
Yeah.
And then she had the place for a while. I think she cared for horses or something. Because there's like a training pit out there for horses too, a
Yeah.
big circular training pit.
This looks like where Marty
Baffert.
takes her.
Oh.
Where people board.
Yeah, Bob
horses
Baffert.
there.
This looks like Bob Baffert situation. Yeah, there's a big field out there. There's a whole thing, and there's a sand like show area back there. And I think the lady ran a horse thing for a while.
Yeah,
And then she
absolutely.
died, so they sold the house to this other guy who was selling. I guess he was selling shit on the internet. So he had like a plug where he was getting something and selling it on the internet for a better price.
Right.
And he ended up making a shitload of money. And I think he lost the plug. So like his business basically was like
Went belly up.
all gone. Yeah, very like I think pretty quickly.
Holy shit.
And then all of a sudden I looked into it. It was just like Bob Cavoyan, who lives next door from Bob and Tom, was like, you should look at this house. Either you buy it or I'm going to buy it and tear it down. And I was like, Bob Cavoyan's about to just tear it down. He's like, I don't want any neighbors. I was like, I like that move, Bob. So I took an ATV over here. I looked at it, and then I bought it the next day. And I had no idea what to do with any of it. No clue, still don't. But I had to call the builder to fix a bunch of stuff because I guess for a couple of years it wasn't really managed well. So I had to change everything in the house. It was like a whole fucking redo process.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep. And here we are in a barn. There's no animals in it except for 2 dead birds.
I'm surprised the fans work though.
How about the fans? Very slowly. I turned them on. Very slow, the fans. The lights work. I mean, I could really run a whole horse operation out here if I wanted to. I could be breaking some horses in. Maybe I get a new Justify in here.
It's like 10 or 15 grand, I think, to keep your horse at a place. Per horse, you make that.
Rent it for someone else to put their horse in.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
your
you always
board?
do. That's how you
Yeah.
make your money, right?
Yeah, so this lady probably made like 70 or 80 grand a year, or probably 100 grand a year just keeping horses here.
So what do? You keep the horse, you feed the horse, you run the horse, and that's
Yeah.
it?
I think so. And then a vet, you make a deal with a vet that comes through every so often, you know. What?
Sam wants a horse. You say we're gonna adopt.
We'll get everybody else's horse.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want people being able to just come here whenever they wanted to see it, though, would you?
By appointment. Appointment only. That is weird. Like, I grew up with just like people on the street all the time, people in my yard all the time, looking out my front window, like at people doing shady things, you know? And now if I see anybody on my property or even headlights, I'm like, call the cops. Who is it? Who is it? Who's on my property? Get the gun. Now it's like, who's here? Who's here? It's a delivery person. Okay. Pepperoni better be crispy. It's a wild world. Johnny Football is playing Canadian football.
Yeah. I wanted to see how you felt about it because you're his teammate kind of in 2 ways now.
Yeah, because he joined Barstool, and I could go to CFL. We got a chance to talk to Josh Miller, who's a hilarious punter, used to be in the NFL and the CFL, to break down Johnny's success rate in the CFL and how it's going to go. And I'm not exactly sure what he said. He did a lot. You'll enjoy that. Before we get to him, though, did you know that every single episode of the Pat McAfee Show is now on Spotify?
What?
What?
Ha! Ha!
Let's go.
Yep, the same app that has millions of songs now also has thousands of podcasts, including this one. Listen to old episodes without having to download them. Just stream them on Spotify. It could be your new hub to go to listen to all your favorite podcasts. Hopefully ours is on the list. I would go back and listen to some of the old ones, by the way. There's some good ones from way back in the day whenever when we were recording from my basement. Episode 6 is good. We
The
didn't
Bruce
even,
Arians one.
Bruce Arians episode is good. You can go check those all out now on Spotify. To subscribe to our show, search for The Pat McAfee Show, tap follow, and get every new episode delivered to you. Podcasts on Spotify. They're streaming right now, and now, and now, and...
Now?
Nope. Now. Oh, did you see that? They had a little glimpse there for a second. It's a shame that had to happen. Anyways, this Josh Miller interview will be one I think you'll enjoy. He's a hilarious human being. Let's go back. Let's backtrack because we got a guy who's an expert on the phone line right now. Johnny Football signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats this weekend. The world was up in arms about it. Everybody was talking. He broke the news on Barstool Sports. He has a podcast as well. He's going to Canada. He's already got his first practice, and he's been thrown around. We assumed he would do well up there because he's a quarterback that's agile and can huck it. A guy who is a NFL legend, a CFL legend, and a living life legend. He's a Jewish man that was a fourth down bomber for the Steelers, the Patriots, and in the CFL. Ladies and gentlemen, owner of Bardansky Hockey Sticks, Josh Miller.
That was beautiful, man. What's going on, boys?
Hey, I have a question for you. Hey, you deserve all of that, by the way. I have a question for you, though. Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, signed with the CFL. Do you think he will do well up there with the rules and the way the field is and all that stuff? What is your expert opinion?
He's going to absolutely destroy it. He's going to kill it. Doug Flutie, I look at him as another hybrid of Doug Flutie. Doug Flutie has every single record, won 8 million Grey Cups, and Manziel, massive if, doesn't turn to like Hank the Tank and go back to old school ways, he's gonna absolutely destroy it, or he's gonna get locked up and sent away. But he potentially can absolutely shine again.
There's a lot of ifs there. Josh, there's a lot of ifs you just dropped in there.
I know, there's a lot of ifs, but I'm telling you, that league was made for him. But also off the field, too, may trip him up. There's no drug testing. Not saying he does anything. I'm just saying it. I'm just letting you know all the cards on the table. So there's a lot of temptation in Canada. Canada's a beautiful country with a lot of fun things to do if you're loose, single, and playing pro sport. So there's a lot of stuff he has to avoid, but if he put it all past him, forget about it. He's going to be a rock star. I would never leave that league if I was him.
Are you going to buy his jersey, Josh? You going to buy his jersey?
I probably won't because I'm betting against him. But
I love that you're.
I'm telling you, the guy's absolutely has all the potential. I saw what Doug Flutie did when he was in Calgary. Forget it. He can destroy it if he's really cleaned his act up.
Hey, how old are your kids, Josh?
I got a 17, 15, and a 14.
Nice. This is the perfect demo. Do you know anything about this BTS K-pop star group?
The who? The what?
Your kids are not fans of BTS, this Korean pop star group that has taken, it's a boy band that's taking over the world right now.
Oh, shit. No, I know nothing about that. Thank God. I have 2 girls, and my little guy's in the middle. If my little guy was into this, I'd be a little pissed. My girls, I know they're easily distracted, so, I'm surprised I haven't heard anything about it.
Now, do you know, like
Menudo back in the day?
It's bigger than Menudo, Josh. Josh, it's bigger than Menudo. These people are blowing other celebrities. Their fanhoods are blowing other celebrities' fanhoods out of the water. Last night at the Billboard Music Awards, they were screaming so loud anytime a glimpse of them came on TV, you couldn't hear the people on the microphone, Josh. Do you keep track of the things that your kids are fans of, or are you kind of laissez-faire about it, kind of stay off?
I know. I peek from time to time. I'm surprised. I know it's on the radar, but this one, I'm shocked. This is coming from right field. I mean, how big are they? Are they all? I mean, tell me about this group. How many are there? Are there 4?
7, Josh. There's 7 of them you got to be worried about. And
F7. Seven. If you have 7, they're going to break up so soon. Anytime you have more than 4, we had differences. We all split up. They will not make it. There's no way 7 can be on the same page for long enough. I'm not worried about this phase. Short runway.
I think you got to be worried, Josh. It seems as if they're going to stick. They all got plastic surgery already. They're 20 to 25. They look like they're 13 to 14. I mean, they're crushing life, Josh. I don't know if they're ever leaving.
Now, where are they from?
Korea.
Ain't happening. No disrespect, but it's not happening. I don't see it happening. I'm sorry. This is not happening. Usually, shitty bands here go to Korea and they get treated like rock stars. It's not
that was Josh Miller, by the way. Josh, what's your social media, just in case the K-pop fans are listening?
Josh, the number 4 Miller.
Okay, so all BTS fans listening,
that's all I got.
At Josh 4 Miller, go ahead and attack him. Hey, Josh, we appreciate your insight, brother.
Always appreciate it, brother. All the best.
Hey, tell me about Bardowski. What the hell is it? It's a hockey stick that costs half the price of the other sticks. It's the same stick that you can customize?
it's a custom stick. So if you play in beer leagues, if you play youth hockey or anything of that nature, instead of spending $300 for a twig, we $150, and we wrap it with your name and number, team's logo and colors. You feel like you're a badass and you have a stick contract. And then GelStick, GELSTX.com is a training age, and that's NHL players, D1 schools, all the way down. All good shit.
Good little ad there. Good little pun.
It's like the baseball bat. Remember, you're a kid, you had a baseball bat, you put the donut on there, and you swing, and you take it off its lighter. Same thing with the hockey stick, except this one you can play with it. It's pretty awesome.
Well, I never played baseball, only professionally. June 21st, Washington, Pennsylvania. You should come to that. You should make a BTS stick. I think you'd sell 1 billion of them if you got in there. These kids are massive. Josh, appreciate you, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys. All the best.
See ya. Josh Miller is a classic human being. I thought he was talking Johnny Manziel up. And then at the end, he comes in with the, I'm betting against him.
So fucking
Just
funny.
buries him at the end. Didn't he? He really did.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, what a great comparison between him and Flutie. But I was going all into it, and he was like, yeah, but I'm rooting against him.
I don't think it's going to happen. I mean,
Against
these
him.
are things that could happen, he said. I think Johnny has the chance to do well up there. I do. I think he does. If he has his head on straight, he seems to have the right people around him right now. He's wifed up. He's got the whole thing. He seems to be and he enjoys working. It seems as if his workout videos are going well on the internet. What if he just goes out there and saves his whole career? That'd be cool.
I think he'll obviously be like the star, right? He'll dominate.
You would think. What did Diggs say? They went like
6
and 45 last year because they played like 70 games up there. But
It is a long season. That's going to be difficult, especially if he's taking a bunch of hits. He's not the biggest guy. 6 and 12. That's so many fucking
How
games.
long do you think Josh has before K-pop takes him down?
He can't be going to K-pop like that. Not on my show.
No.
Not on my show. I want the K-pop people on our side. These motherfuckers got the juice, bro.
That's a lot of people.
They got all the juice.
Maybe it's better because he's on crap and you're protecting them.
So they see me as a K-pop hero.
Yeah. Just know Pat is on your side.
And I want to be a K-pop hero. I would like to protect them at all costs. Those K-pop stores got the juice, bro. And plastic surgery.
That's wild.
20 years old, plastic
Yeah.
surgery. Those Koreans got good faces. Janet Jackson looks like Michael Jackson, by the way, and sounds like him. Did you see her at the Billboard Music Awards? So she
saw
came.
pictures,
She
yeah.
came out at the end and did a thing because she won like an Icon Award or something, which rightfully so. Mm-hmm. But she looks and sounds exactly like Michael Jackson, very much.
It's so weird because remember how she was hot as fuck. Like back in the Super Bowl.
She was dating
Oh, yeah.
Jermaine Dupri back in the day. Her and Jermaine Dupri back in Atlanta.
Yeah, she was hot. So
But-
it's like, I don't think you should get surgery.
Hey, now she is 70 though, Todd. I think she's like.
Holy
No,
shit.
I don't know if she's that old.
She's probably mid-50s, I bet.
I bet you Janet Jackson is a lot older than we think right now. Because that's all I kept thinking during the performances. Like, this is really impressive for how old she is, but I didn't know how old she was. She was bebopping around.
But it's like Meg Ryan, all these other people that age too much to their face.
she
Like,
looks
what the
bad
fuck?
now.
Just age gracefully.
Checked right now.
Oh, what is she?
Over, under 51.
She's over 51.
Yeah. Okay.
52 years old. Still very impressive.
Yeah.
She was bouncing around too, like dancing and stuff. She didn't sing a lot. There wasn't a lot of words to the song she was singing live, but she was dancing around and stuff. If I can do that at 50, I'm not going to be alive at 50, but if I could, I'd be very excited. All those people in Hollywood just seem to never age.
I know. Sylvester Stallone's like 71. And he's built like a brick fucking shithouse.
You can make another Rocky movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
If he had to, he
might.
could.
Yeah. He's jacked.
The new Creed movie's coming out. He'll be in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine looking like that at 71 years old?
I can't imagine what his organs are like, though. All that fucking juice he's done.
I don't think it matters though, as long as you're alive, right? It's kind of the
I mean,
thing.
71, that's a good run already.
When
That's a
you
good
get
point.
when you get past what year is it just like you're happy you're alive? 70, I'd assume.
Yeah, definitely like 80, you got to start. Like, it has to be downhill from 80, right?
If I make it to 80, I'm not making
You'll
it.
be in Hollywood soon. You can get those good,
All those
the
doctors.
good dope.
Cindy Crawford every once in a while, like 2:33 a.m. She'll have like I'll wake up to take a piss and the TV will still be on, and it'll be like her doctor from France that kept her skin looking the exact same for the last 40 years. It's like, how do these people do this? It's like they just freeze their faces. They just freeze their faces. I don't know how it happens. I go in the sun one summer. I look like I'm 50 years older. Like I don't know how they do it. Hollywood's
either.
got all the sauces that you need. I think.
It's definitely a super potion.
What do you think it is?
You got to make this movie.
It's Hollywood.
Once you get in there,
You get the sauce.
they'll clue you in on
By the way,
all
no
secrets.
chance I share it with you guys. Just for future reference. I mean, we can maybe work out a deal. I can get you the
Brad
sauce.
Pitt pulls you to the side. He's like, "Here's the secret to being awesome forever."
Because you have no chance of being anywhere near as attractive as me. But if you want to keep that face of yours, which is very below average, but you get it for the next 50 years, here's what you do. And you probably do have all these potions. Like The Rock is looking younger as he goes on.
That's true.
The Rock was starting to look older, and then he reversed and had that Benjamin Button syndrome start happening. He started going the opposite direction. I don't fully comprehend it.
Clooney hasn't aged in like 25 years. His
He just made a
hair's
billion
changed
too,
color.
didn't he,
Yeah.
that motherfucker?
I know. I just watched Perfect Storm. And how old is that fucking movie?
That's from like 2000.
Yeah, and I'm like, he looks maybe like he's 3 years older.
How do they do it, Todd?
Science. The
You
good
believe in
science.
it? You believe in
I
science?
Believe in it.
Hey, that Bill Nye show is terrible.
Dude.
So bad.
I want to watch it now though, just to see.
Oh,
Just one episode.
the first episode I don't think is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think the first episode is bad, which I think is what they sold. So I think they sold the first episode. But once you start diving into it a little bit, it's him like doing a Broadway show in front of a live audience. And I don't think Bill Nye is supposed to be doing like stand up in front of people, transitioning in front of people. It was weird.
I don't know if this is even accurate, but to me, every time I think of Bill Nye, I think like he's the Bob Ross of science. For some reason,
That is
that's what
so
I
much
think of every time.
disrespect to Bob Ross. I can't even fathom what you just said right there. Bob Ross was working a Broadway show every time. He was breaking that fourth wall, speaking. He was with the crowd. Bob Ross would have crushed in modern day, I think. Why do you say that? Just because corny situation? Yeah.
No, I don't even think it's accurate because Bob Ross is cool. Like, you know what I mean? Even though because he just got fucking baked every
gone.
time before he filmed. Before cameras went up.
Gone.
And that's why he's so popular now, right? Because people know. Like
I
they
think
didn't
so.
know when I was a kid watching him, we didn't know he was fucked up.
Buy a Bob Ross painting.
That's what I'm saying. Like Leonardo da Vinci, all these things go for some painting was up like for $100 million, and it accidentally
He got damaged, right? It was
the
like
day
a,
before.
Yeah, it was a Picasso, I think.
accidentally got damaged, which means that was an inside job somewhere.
Yeah.
But how come all those painters in their paintings are worth so much more than our boy Bob Ross?
I don't know. 'Cause
Why?
The kid's good.
So they have to be dead for a certain
You should buy right now a Bob Ross episode 5 painting.
because in like 50 years.
That's gonna be like our Picasso.
I bought the Bob Ross painting kit one time. And I had it, and you would read through the manuals, and
Did it come with an afro?
yeah,
You get a palette, an afro.
it had the little fan brush for the trees.
Oh, the happy trees, dude.
Happy trees.
How good was he though? He was good.
Oh yeah, it was entertaining as fuck to watch.
It wasn't a mistake, by the way. It was never a mistake. No, never. What are you talking
Always
about?
happy trees.
maybe he was like going through some hard times.
They probably had to edit it out.
The lost episodes. of Bob Ross.
Here's
This is him super depressed because his wife left him.
Here's a fucking tree with a noose hanging on it.
It's gonna bring down a little noose, just a little noose here to put me.
Yeah,
out of my
Bob,
misery.
Bob, we're supposed to be a positive painting show, Bob. Not today, boys. Not today.
Oh shit! That guy's got some longevity. Who else has made it like that long and other shit?
Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah, he went a long fucking time.
Mr. Rogers had a go. Pittsburgh guy. Pittsburgh.
Trebek.
Sajak and Trebek have been on primetime television hosting the same show for 30, 40 years now.
That's incredible.
Making so much money. Vanna White and Pat Sajak, the fact that they don't absolutely hate each other, like that never happens. Never, ever
I
happens.
know.
There had to be moments, right, where they kind of went through it. But they have to be they've had to make so much money with that show.
You buy the potion though. She has the potion.
Vanna White's got the sauce. So does Pat Sajak though, too. And Trebek is 70-something.
Yeah.
They all got the juice over there. I don't know what they take. It's incredible. That's good longevity.
Yeah. Can you want to be one of those people? Like, I made it 30 years in this fucking gig.
You
Most
think
people don't even get their pilot off the ground.
You think
know what I mean?
Steve Harvey's going to do that? I think
Oh, yeah,
Steve
he
Harvey's
will.
trying to get everything in he can right now so he can retire. He's like 72
He
though.
will. I think Steve Harvey, like in a good way, is the new Bill Cosby. Like Bill Cosby had the kids show when he was real popular and all. Not the bad part of Bill Cosby.
Oh, what's that? What are you saying about Steve?
I wonder. He probably gets a lot of money from Family Feud syndication too. It's on
Family
like 4 different
Feud.
networks.
He has a morning show. He's got a talk show. He hosts Little Big Shots. He hosts all the. Now he's like the Miss Universe. All those hosts. He hosts all of those because obviously the big bobble he had a couple years ago. Steve Harvey though is just raking in cash. He's got
He's
a
a
book.
monster.
Imagine that filming schedule though.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty busy. That's why he put out that email.
Yeah.
He's like, nobody fucking pitch me any more ideas. Do you remember that? He sent out an email to all his employees, like, no more catching me in the hall and pitching me your ideas. If you want to have a meeting with me, go through the proper procedures. And everybody's like, Steve Harvey's an asshole. But just think of everybody that was like, Steve, I got an idea for a show. Here's what we do. Maybe. Like, that had to happen to him all day, every day.
We have 4 fucking shows right now.
Yeah, Steve was like, look, I got to fucking film 14 shows today. Why don't you just go ahead and lay back? But everybody called him an asshole. But I kind of felt where he was coming from. He just PR'd it wrong. I think the way he laid it out was wrong. He should have had somebody else release that.
Oh, yeah.
Not him.
I think Chris Hardwick's a genius. Like
That's the Nerdist
he's gonna
guy?
Have a huge. He's going to end up owning everything. I
Did he
think one
create that
day.
whole podcast himself?
He created the whole
He
Nerdist
built
network.
the network. Yeah, he was one of the first ones, right? Mm-hmm. To create his own network and all those powerful podcasts on there. Or he made them powerful, and then he has all those talking shows. Like he up with that
What
Talking
do you
Dead.
do? Just name the show, talking something.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
Basically analyzing the show after. And like
Yeah.
kinda like-
Oh, so that's his thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Good for him.
yeah, because they have a talking everything now with him.
Yeah.
He's got like 4 different versions
On
of it.
AMC though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So AMC probably
Like
invested pretty
Talking
heavily.
Bad, like after Breaking Bad,
Yep.
and all, like he had to. That guy's a genius,
Good for him.
and he's funny as fuck. Too.
It's like Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan kind
Yeah,
of the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan kind of did the same thing. The Wall Show is a good concept that Hardwick hosts.
That's
With-
LeBron's show, I think.
Yeah, LeBron's executive producer. It's a good concept. I don't know though.
It's playing football, right? Or what's that called?
Plinko?
Plinko, it is, but it's kind of they got to figure one more thing out about it. There's something missing to it. There's some sort of element missing,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's like Ellen DeGeneres' Game of Game. Ellen's another person that makes so much money.
Fuck yeah.
That Game of Game show that she has, I think it's really good, but it's missing something. You know what I mean? I don't know if it has the longevity. I'm a big game show guy. That Idiot Test is a great show.
Yeah. Yeah. What's his name?
Ben Glebe.
Glebe.
Ben Glebe. Him falling into that. Jesus. Like, yeah, somehow, I don't know if he had input on how to create the game or how the host was going to work, but it's like perfect for him. Like, that's his stand up. Is he doesn't really do jokes. He just talks to the crowd the whole time.
I'm never forgetting Judge Judy as well. I'm pretty sure she rakes in money.
$80 million a year or something like that. Oh, Judge Judy.
Do you think all the other judges are like, they hate her?
Yes. Judge Joe Brown does well, I assume. There's that other judge, the Latin lady.
She got Spanish show?
I've not seen that one.
There's a lot of judges that start coming out for petty shit, right? That's all they do is the petty stuff. What are those called? Civil court. How do you sign up to go to Judge Judy, though? Like, I'm going to sue you at Judge Judy's court?
Supreme Court of Civil Courts?
Or is it not at all? Is it like a low end of it? You know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know how you get to that. Like, how can I say, I would like to sue you
We take
in Judge Judy? Yeah. Yeah, like, how do you do that? Is that
When
possible?
Judge Wapner started it, he was retired. Like, he was a bigwig judge, and he retired, and they just brought him out of retirement, made him a magistrate to do civil. But he was like a big-time judge
On
before he
TV?
retired. Like, I don't think he was a federal judge or something, doing big cases and stuff. So he only came back because he was kind of a Hollywood-connected judge. And they were like, oh, yeah, you'd be good in this role. So like, he was doing small civil cases only for that show. You know what I mean?
Got you, because he was a much bigger judge,
Yeah.
handling a lot
Yeah.
bigger things, and then he's doing civil cases strictly for
Yeah,
the show.
Yeah.
How do you become a judge? You got to be a lawyer?
And just get elected. Or appointed, I think, in some positions.
So you're just a lawyer that gets appointed judge?
Or elected, like in Shelby County, Marion County, you get elected.
So any lawyer can be a judge?
Yep. No extra school or anything. Yeah. I have 2 buddies that are judges in Shelby County.
And they
right
should
now.
not be, huh? It sounds like the way you said that. Sure. Sounds like they shouldn't be.
Just destroyed them both.
Oh, yeah, I got two, buddy. Yeah, anybody. Yeah, that's what you just said. Are you paying more money in interest than you need to on your credit cards? Refinance your debt with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Lightstream rewards consumers who have good credit with a great interest rate. Credit card consolidation loans from 5.49% APR with auto pay and no fees. Application is 100% online, simple and painless process. Money deposited directly into your account so you are in control of your money. You can even get your funds as soon as today.
Wow.
What?
Today?
Nah. Get it right now. Apply today and get an additional interest rate discount on top of Lightstream's already incredibly low rates. The only way for listeners of this show with good credit to get this special interest rate discount is to go to lightstream.com/McAfee. That's lightstream.com/MCAFEE. That's lightstream.com/McAfee. Unbelievable. Get your money today. Subject to credit approval. Rate includes 0.50% auto pay discount. Available only when you select auto pay prior to loan funding. Terms and conditions apply and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com for important information about limits on Lightstream loans and same-day funding. Lightstream. Get your money now.
That's fast. Now's like really fast.
Well, they didn't say now. I think that was just me adding that, but I meant like, you get it.
Get it today, though.
Get it today. That's an incredible little thing to have right there.
Yeah. A lot of people need it. Diggs needs it right now.
Yeah, I could use
He
it
was
as well.
talking about it. Yeah.
I think Diggs actually did get it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah.
I think he did pull the trigger.
Yeah, because he said he was down to just the one payment now. That's right.
Oh, Diggsy. That guy's living a wild life. Quit his job to come out here and do this. Now he's in a relationship, got a lady, has a good time, buys fresh shoes, rollerblades to work.
It's almost like I don't remember time before. It's only been, a year and a half or
Me and
whatever?
Zito moved down here, I think, like exactly a year ago.
It just seems like everybody's just always been here.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
It's been a pretty incredible year, I think. A lot has happened.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot.
I think I pulled up like on our Facebook page, like the first videos we put out, and it was like literally walking through a museum. That's all, but it's only a year.
And we've only been in our building 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
We were just roaming around like nomads for the first
In my fucking basement.
7 months.
Will Smith to perform official World Cup anthem. Let's go! That just got announced. Pretty excited about that.
Did we just break that?
I don't know. I think it's been broken last night when we recorded this. But I can't wait for Nick Moraldo to have to deal with this anthem because we're going to have to play it. It's topical. It's not us. It's them. It's the world. You know? It has been a crazy year, though. Got a chance to meet the SiriusXM CEO at the Indy 500.
He loves you.
That's wild.
I don't know. I think he definitely likes us for sure, But we're there strictly because of him. Wasn't going to do a show at the 500 this year. Wasn't going to do anything at the IMS. I have a rocky history with the track. Spent $250,000 on a car. Didn't get tickets to the race.
That's incredible.
That's the next year.
I just imagine you going to will call like Will Ferrell,
Like Talladega Nights.
just going will call.
2 for my dad. It was wild. It was a wild move that happened. Then the next year we broadcast live there from a week. We had no golf cart. It was just a war zone out there. It was
Trapped in a mud hole.
not the IMS's fault. I think it was situational. But for me, it was just like at the point where I'm like, all right, me and this thing aren't supposed to be together. And then Sirius now has a car in the race. Jack Harvey, handsome son of a bitch from England, is running in the SiriusXM Auto Nation Meyer Shank racing car. And I have got a chance to go over there and hang out with them. And I don't know if you saw the video, Todd. I tried to make the pit crew, and it did not work, cuz.
It was hilarious.
We took a trip over there on pit lane, and I was supposed to have a job, and my job got cocked right in front of my face. And I'm just trying to prove to the SiriusXM CEO that, listen, in a couple of years, you guys are going to have to invest in somebody after Howard Stern goes, There's going to be quite a budget opening up. I don't need anything near what he has. He lived in New York City. I'm out here in Indiana, and if you're going to invest in someone that can work all your jobs, all your companies, your racing company. I can go
I'll change tires for you.
Yeah, I'll change tires for you right now. That's what I was trying to prove. And
I'll
got cocked.
spot.
We'll see if by Sunday I'm on that pit crew or not. I think I may be a motivator. We'll figure it out. Find a job for me.
That car is pretty fast, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Kind of towards the end. But, I mean, they got nothing but time to fix it. And I think that's why they didn't let me do anything, because there seemed to be a lot of sweating and stressing about how the engine was going. I guess the Chevys have been performing very well this year, and the Honda engines have not been very well, which is a complete flip from last year.
Yeah, that happens every year. Like one engine outperforms the rest.
You know why? Because in the off season, I learned this. The off season, they make like all the engineers. It's an engineer sport, so all the
Right.
super heads, the super brains, kind of get together and they try to make a car as aerodynamic as possible. They try to make the engines as light as possible, pumping out the most horsepower to get a car as fast as possible. And like in the off season, they'll find something and they'll hide it until the Indy 500 week, and then they'll bring it in. So it's like preparing for something and then dropping it in during the biggest week of the year, which is the Indy 500 week. So like this week, the Honda team almost, I don't want to say, it seemed as if the Hondas had no clue what the Chevys were about to do at the Indy 500, because last year was the complete opposite,
Right.
where the Hondas were embarrassing the Chevys last year. It's like the engineers go to work during the offseason and really learn some stuff. It's quite an intriguing little sport.
Yeah.
It's just like a bunch of brains in there, and then you got these little meatheads strapping themselves into rockets and just going around 500 miles. It's an insane 230 fucking miles an hour.
So fast.
Connor was going 217. It literally looked like he was driving like your Kia out there. It was like, oh, so slow. Only 217 miles an hour. So slow.
It's such a weird culture, though, the Indy cars, because it's like still a gentleman's sport, I guess, because it's so international. It stays that way.
Because it's so much money.
Yeah, a lot of money. Old school money, too.
Big money. It's big money, you know? Like Hinch. I mean, Hinch is like the biggest name in the sport. The
Yeah.
Honda Dream Car Garage event.
He's the most outgoing, but he's still like pristine, like, you know what I mean? He's
Super clean cut.
Super clean.
But he is not in the race.
yeah,
He didn't qualify for the
the
race.
biggest.
The Honda Dream Car Garage event is a national commercial right now. That's not just a Civic. It's a Honda Civic. Yeah, we know, James. That whole commercial. He didn't even qualify, which is insane to think about. I think he's covering the race, though, for the TVs.
Yeah, but still, you know, he's their boy right now.
He is?
God, why? He
Aside
didn't
from
make our
Connor and
biggest
Alexander
race.
Rossi, who are on Amazing Race. And Connor, this is the only race he's in.
Yeah.
James Hinchcliffe is the only national TV person on a daily or weekly basis with that Honda commercial, and he's not in the race. It's insane. The Indy 500, who knows? And Danica Patrick comes in. She's balling out. She's doing well. I'm excited to watch the Indy 500. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know what's going to happen, but I assume it's going to go well. I assume it's going to do good. Maybe the Sirius XM team will win it. Maybe I'll get a job.
That would be awesome.
Maybe Connor just needs like a Kia engine.
You think Ashley Schaefer and the Kia? Did you see that bug just hit me?
Yeah,
Where'd that
giant ass
thing come
June
from?
bug.
It's a smoke or a stink bug, right?
Oh, is it? I thought it was a June bug.
Maybe.
Named all insects.
Nerds that used to ride on the ship with their little books, and while everybody else had to fight and stuff, they're like, I'm going to go walk around in this island. Just start drawing pictures of insects and naming them.
How many times do you think they were like, no, we named that the this
Yeah.
instead of the this? How many years did it take for a name to stick and not just go on everything? I think there's some bird shit here. Some of my dead birds over here.
Imagine the mother.
She's probably dead too. There's no way in and no way out of this place. Unless they have a hole somewhere, like Andy Dufresne sneaking out the pipes. Seems like a dumb bird. I think birds have gotten dumber. I've said it. Birds have gotten dumber. Fish have gotten smarter.
Yeah. They haven't adapted well as far with all our advances. Like our windows now, they can't deal with them.
We always put him on a pedestal for being able to fly.
Run right through them.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be able to fly, so like the birds can fly.
So they stayed equaled out for a long time.
But bird brain's a real thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Bill Sturry used to tell me if a bird had my brain, it'd fly backwards and whistle Dixie.
Yeah, I got an albino cardinal in my backyard, and I was looking him up on the internet. Very rare bird. Very rare bird. I think I'm gonna reach out on the internet to those birdwatch people and see if they want to come and like sit in my backyard. Start-
What if you're on Animal Network or
I might
Animal
get on
Channel? Is that what it's called?
Animal Planet, I think.
There it is. What if you get on Animal Planet because you're albino bird?
Yeah, I better put padding over all my windows. Birds keep dive bombing them.
Look, I don't think the albino one would kill itself.
I don't think so either.
It's special.
Yeah, it can see the future.
We've had a chance to experience Blue Apron for the past couple months,
Oh yeah.
and it has been a real life changer. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about things being real life changers often.
No. So many times I was like, in the past I'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner when I get home. I don't even worry about it. I know it's waiting there. It's ready.
How old are you?
I'm 46.
Think about that. 45 years of your life, there was plenty of nights where you'd go home and be like,
So much time wasted on thinking about what to make for dinner.
wow. Are you like Todd? There's a much easier way to know what you're going to eat for dinner and make it delicious. And Blue Apron is offering listeners of this show their first 3 meals for free. When it comes to dinner, let Blue Apron take care of the planning and shopping while you do the cooking and the eating. It's all the fun stuff that you get to do. You'll enjoy delicious meals like popcorn chicken with sweet chili cabbage slaw and cumin spice wonton noodles with vegetables and peanuts on the table in 30 minutes or less. With incredible ingredients and chef-designed recipes, Blue Apron lets you see what the power of food can do.
Zito's drooling over here with the description of the food.
Blue Apron delivers fresh, pre-proportioned ingredients and step-by-step recipes right to your door that can be cooked in under 45 minutes. The menu changes every week based on what's in season and is designed by Blue Apron's in-house culinary team.
Wow.
They're in the
Whole
house.
team.
The whole team's in the house.
All culinary qualified.
They probably sit down, if I had to guess, in front of a dry erase board, and they go, what's your palate thinking? They're like, that, what's your palate thinking? That. They come together and they go, all palates are covered.
One's all vegetables. They only do vegetables. You get a meat guy.
We heard about the A team. We never heard about the C team.
Oh, the culinary team. Let the C team take care of you. Blue Apron offers 12 new recipes each week, and customers can pick 2, 3, or 4 recipes based on what best fits their schedule. Blue Apron sends only non-GMO ingredients and meat with no added hormones. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals for free at blueapron.com/Pat. That's blueapron.com/Pat. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. I love Blue Apron, man. They really have
meals.
changed our life a little bit.
Yeah, they're delicious.
As a pretty, I'm either 100 miles an hour or 0, right? I'm either going or I'm not. And when it comes to stuff being delivered to the house, that is a very good news.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm not working, I'd like to be relaxing, not worrying about things. Blue Apron's like, take the worry and throw it out the door. Let us go ahead and show up at yours and take care of everything you need for the best dinners of your life that you're going to make in 45 minutes or less. Shout out to Blue Apron. Very, very thankful for
Really,
that.
after a long day, why do you even want to worry yourself?
You don't.
No, the less worrying, the better.
That's what I said.
How many decisions you already make in a day?
Is that a declaration of yours? Are you declaring that?
I wrote that down on paper once.
Do you think anybody has made a declaration and it didn't stick? You never hear about the failed declarations. Do you? You never do. You hear about the declarations that work.
I
Yeah.
always wanted to read the original Declaration of Independence and see how many mistakes were on there.
Oh, like grammatical errors?
Not even that, just the rough copy. They were like, "This is the final version. We're not changing anything else on it."
Yeah, because they had to write that with that calligraphy pen,
Yeah.
where they had to dip it in the ink.
Yeah.
So somebody spelled a word wrong, and they had to be like, oh, "Fuck it, close enough." We don't have. There had to be that situation. That's what they're looking for in Keanu Reeves or Nicolas Cage.
Yep, National Treasure.
He's looking for the Declaration of Independence the whole time.
Yeah, he steals it.
He probably got the same questions as us. He wants to dig in there and see. Wow. Vegas Golden Knights are in the Stanley Cup.
We've waited so long for it.
Most spoiled fan base on earth. They live in the city of sin. Everything's legal, and now their first time having a hockey team that goes to the Stanley Cup. These people, you Vegas people, you Vegas fans are living quite a chosen life.
I really do think a big part of it has to do with the after the Vegas shooting, they just bonded together. That gets you tighter than anything else ever could, and it just
The New Orleans Saints, after
Yep,
Katrina,
Katrina,
they
yeah.
beat us, so we had to deal with that. The Patriots after 9/11.
The Astros won after the floods.
flooding.
Yep.
And here we are with the Vegas. You're 100% right.
The Red
So
Sox won after the Boston Marathon bombing. I mean, I think that shit really
Fate
does matter.
is a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Destiny. 500-1 at the beginning of the season.
Having Wild Bill Carlson on the left wing doesn't hurt either. But
Marc-Andre Fleury down there holding down the pipes. That guy knows a thing or two about big games.
I mean, I really don't think there's any way they're going to lose.
What's his name?
Marc-Andre Fleury.
Vegas people don't even know how to pronounce the goalie's name.
Hand up. That one's on me.
The MVP guy.
I just refer to him as Math. So
That's best. That's good.
You know.
I've been on Team Matt for a long time. How
Big
about,
Matt.
how about the Golden State Warriors getting hot? Steph Curry just got hot out of nowhere back in his house. Happy for him.
yeah,
It's a real shame watching Steph Curry go through a slump. You know, I don't like it. Not at all. I like Chef Curry when he's cooking. Chef Curry finally called Blue Apron, I think, before this last one. It all came through, you know. I think the Celtics are going to – they're losing to LeBron, right? LeBron blew them the fuck out.
they were up 2-1. They're playing as we're recording this right now.
And what's the score? Brad Stevens showcasing that big Indiana brain of his or not?
There's 10 minutes left in the fourth, and the Cavs are up by 15 right now.
Holy shit, 2-2.
wow.
What's Brad Stevens going to do?
Do you think PFT's in his head? Or was it Big Kid who asked him that?
It was, right? Is he?
For your job
Are you
right now?
coached for your job? And are you going to try to make a play for
Mullery.
LeBron? You know what it is? It's Pauly playoffs. Pauly
might be.
playoffs and Dave aren't there. How about Dave taking on the USGA Open course? Unlimited mulligans. There was 16 balls on every green. He's just putting it in. He had to feel so good, too, whenever they were sitting there. Because Riggs is like, I don't care. I'll give you unlimited mulligans. You won't shoot anything. And Dave's just sitting there putting 14, 15 straight times until it falls. He's like, count it. Hilarious. The dude is outrageous. I understand some people don't like Dave Portnoy. But if you don't view his character as a hilarious one, I don't fully comprehend you. I don't.
Just coming up, just the statement pops in your head. If I had unlimited mulligans, I could win the Masters.
I could win the Open.
Just that comes in your brain means you're a genius.
Because he's watching,
Yeah.
or he was playing around the golf, and he like hit a every time he hits a mulligan, the second shot is like really good, and he's like, if I could do that every time, I'd be a professional. And then the conversation spurs and turns, and he's like, I'd win the U.S. Open if I had unlimited mulligans. And then bang, all of a sudden the USGA gets involved. They're like, go ahead, all you want. And they didn't tell the people behind him this was happening. So it's like, it's a hilarious situation.
There was one hole I was watching the Periscope. He gets up there, and I was expecting to see like the entire hole. He just hit like 17 tee shots until he used one, just spraying balls everywhere. It's fucking hilarious.
Which is genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe they just let him have the whole course, though, the USGA, Shinnecock or whatever it was
Yeah,
called.
Shinnecock.
Hysterical, man. Absolutely hysterical.
Just hit 17 balls, walk out and find the best one.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
They had a caddy that was just throwing him out there, just like, boom, there you go, bud. Boom.
They found that caddy.
I would assume that they like put out a job search of some sort to find the best possible candidate.
And they use Zip Recruiter.
Oh, they definitely did, didn't
How
they?
about that? Of course he did.
By the way, just real quick, I want everybody to know that this is my favorite part of my week. Listening to Zito try to get through an ad read has become my new favorite part of the week, and I cannot wait for this. Good luck. You 1 through 3.
I think this is me talking.
Oh yeah. This is so you're so organic. What'd you say, Nilly Willy? I don't think so.
Other way around.
Willy nilly, yeah. So what do we got to do? We got to pick one of 3
Yeah,
options.
pick 1 through 3.
2.
1 through 3.
No, 1.
1. Hiring. Every business.
The businesses hate it, I bet.
Every businesses need great people, and a better way to find them, something better than posting your job online and just praying for the right people to see it.
That a boy, Zito.
Yep.
You're almost there. Get through it, bub.
ZipRecruiter knew there was a smarter way, so they built a platform that finds the right job candidates for you. ZipRecruiter learns what you're looking for, identifies people with the right experience, and invites them to apply to your job. They probably failed the drug test after that.
I just drooled on my leg after that. That was a big one. Get back to it, will you?
Yeah, these invitations have revolutionized how you find your next hire.
Will you finish the guy?
Integrate All employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate to the site in just 1 day.
Wow.
1 day?
Wow.
Uno day.
24 hours?
Oh, is that you speaking Spanish over there?
I'm trying to reverse my hypnotism. Not a big deal. And ZipRecruiter doesn't stop there. They even spotlight the strongest applications you receive so you never miss a great match.
Good people over there.
Only if that could be on my dating website.
Highlight the good people. Hey, this person might swipe right on you. Zito.
Should be in there. The right candidates are out there. ZipRecruiter is how you find them.
You cast a wide net on there? Is that your go-to?
Yeah, you got to.
You're an all right everything guy.
Yeah.
Swipe right on everything?
Yeah.
All right. And you just sort them out after they respond?
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship. I don't do anything.
He set you up right there, didn't he? He tried old Todd right there.
It was a little comeback from last week. Trying to bring him down.
I missed it. What did he say last week?
About Mrs. Zito.
Oh yeah, your mom. You did go after his mom.
The ad read?
Did you see what we had to name the show just because? Zito's mom is a saint, is what we named the show. That's all your heat that you sent to her during
My
the
mother
show.
was listening to that in the office. And one of the nurses walked in and goes, "Who's Todd?"
A terrible person, Zito's mom says.
Right now, your listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, for free.
Free.
Yep.
Wow.
Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/McAfee, MCAFEE. That's ZipRecruiter.com/McAfee. ZipRecruiter.com/McAfee.
And I think it says ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I might got
ZipRecruiter.
cut off, but ZipRecruiter.
I have to read that for Sirius every day, and boy, they really get the website down there at the end. They bury it home like a good 5-6 times. I got to read it on the
Should I do it one more time?
I love how he had you pick 1 through 3 because there's 3 possible options for opening the ad read with.
He used all of them. He did all of them though. Did you see it? He did all of them. He did them in order instead. There's 3 different options. He read all 3 of them.
Oh, I did do that.
Yeah. So you nailed it.
Yikes.
Good writing over there at ZipRecruiter though, because they're a good business, aren't they? Good business.
That's how you found us.
It is true. I will never hire again, but if I ever do, it'll be through ZipRecruiter.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Putting the right people in the right place.
how bad that day was because Zito and I were 2 of the last people to go. I can't imagine how bad it was for you guys.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I wanted everybody to have their time, you know? There was a couple people, as soon as they opened their mouth, we knew that there was no chance. I want to spend 0 time with you.
I literally came up clapping with just a smile on my face. Like, you're good.
Yeah, you're good, bro. I like your energy already. Yeah. And then I asked, I was like, how was their video? How was this kid's video? They were like, it was good. It was pretty good. I'm like, great. Zito, see you tomorrow, buddy. And then Zito, we need a Zito too, for sure. How about that, though? 69 people we picked out of like 300 to come do interviews. And then now it's basically the same people from jump.
It was my favorite moment was when we about made that kid cry. Quinn, was that he?
Yeah, because you thought he was so funny. Quinn, yes.
Yeah, the weird brain, hilarious Quinn.
Yes.
Who we loved so much.
Yes.
He stayed all summer. But we had him. They did this like amazing, the short film project you guys did toward the end when you partnered up with somebody. It was super hilarious. It was great or whatever. And Pat and I.
Oh, it was my partner.
Yeah, he was a Zito.
Remember afterwards?
Small
we were
hands,
like,
Quinn.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were like, we like you, but we're like, Quinn, we're gonna be honest with you. We think you're the worst thing that's happened to this whole internship
Yeah.
show.
If we had to say one thing, we would say, like, we regret the fact that you even interviewed.
It's like lip was quivering.
He was starting to cry, and we're like, that's for us, man. We just enjoyed that. We really liked you. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, clean up your tears. Yeah, that was literally just for us because we've been talking to these people for 5 hours. We just wanted to have a moment there. He was really good. There was a lot of talented people in there.
He interviewed Block in that video.
Yeah, he did.
It was the funniest thing.
He's a hilarious dude. That guy was very funny. He had to go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to school, though. It's like a lot of people had to go back to school, so it was like there's no hope, really.
Yeah, he had a good, weird, funny brain.
I liked his brain a lot.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to ask seashells if they ever wondered why all the other fish got to fly, or a starfish or something. He said, if I could interview a starfish, I would ask them how they feel about everybody else being able to fly above them or something like that. And I just started crying, laughing. I was like, I never thought of that, to be honest. He's like, yeah, that's a question I have. I'm like, if your brain can think of that question, I'm excited to hear what else it can come up with. Booster Gold, by the way, script's coming together.
It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited for that. I'm getting big. I got to cut. I think I can cut here pretty quickly, too. I think I've seen 2 guys cut 38 pounds in fucking 16 days. I think I see the blueprint for how to cut weight. You and Diggs are very impressive.
I honestly did not think we'd be anywhere close to where we're at.
But look at you. You're on pace to legit break 40 pounds here in 1 month. That's insane to think about. What are you going to be like when you're skinny? What if you're like skinny Jonah Hill that isn't as funny? I'm worried. What if we're like carb diets, Get back on the carbs. Somebody get this kid some Portillos.
I'd be more than happy to put
I think you're starting to look really good though.
Yeah, this sweater used to be like really tight, and now I put it on, and it's not really that tight.
Feel good? Body feels good?
I'm gonna touch rim in like 10 pounds.
You're 21 pounds down, right? Is that 22?
I think it might be 22.
22 pounds down. That's insane,
And
dude.
Diggs is what, like 16 pounds down?
Which is still very impressive. Any other day, Diggs would be an impressive feat, losing 16 pounds in 16 days. But he's right next to a guy that just lost 22, so there's like nothing.
I've been eating dinner this whole weekend for him to catch up, to make it more interesting. And he couldn't catch
Don't you worry about content. Don't you worry. There's a lot of money on the line, Zito, okay?
Yeah, get a big lead.
Yeah, we went to bury them, okay? We had an offensive coordinator for the Colts that said, we're just trying to win by 1 point. That motherfucker was the worst. We're all having a heart attack. No, let's win by 40, bro. We'd all like to relax in the fourth quarter. How about that? That's what we need you to do. Step on Diggs' throat.
Yeah.
And
Throw it in his
yours.
throat.
You said you're just not eating, huh?
Well, so in the beginning, it was only lunch and dinner. And then your stomach gets so small that you don't even want to eat dinner anymore. I only ate a salad earlier, and all I did was eat the chicken out of it. And that's.
And you felt fine after that?
I'm still not full. Obviously I could eat, but my mind tells me I could eat. But my stomach, if I eat, I'll feel like uncomfortable.
My mind's telling me no. My body's telling me yeah.
I would just eat vegetables constantly. I have to be eating whenever I did no carb.
You like the habit of eating.
Oh yeah, I would just eat like sliced cucumbers.
That's
and
like people
baby
that
carrots.
smoke. They like the habit of the action of smoking or the action of dipping. It's not so much. Granted, it is the nicotine and it is the food, but then breaking the action habit is also an issue for people. That really is. It's like people that start like vaping. They probably had to make it more smoky for people because people enjoyed blowing smoke. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like they had to
that's
figure out a way to blow smoke because that's an action habit that
Yeah.
people have. That's pretty wild to think about.
Well, and it's like on our show we push that Black Buffalo so hard. Like, I actually sometimes people would tweet me and ask me like, "Well, do you spit when you use it?" Because to be honest, I think I'm addicted to the spitting part as much as I am.
Yes, it's the action
too.
habit.
And
Me
I'm
too,
like,
for
I never
sure.
thought about that before.
Yeah. That's why I like anytime it's cold, you see people like blowing smoke. They're like stuck to blowing the smoke.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys smoke a bunch, huh? You guys are just in your rooms just blowing it down at night, watching coaches like blowing in this. I'm like, oh, you smoke, huh? You smoke a lot. No, I see you blowing the fucking cold air over here, like blowing O's in this cold air. You got to practice that. Yeah, the habit, the action habit. I think that's what it's called. There's probably some actual medical term for it somewhere. Sociology somewhere, I guess. Dr. Bull, next episode.
That's Dr. Bullshit.
Next
I wouldn't
season.
mind being hypnotized. Zito, worked for him. I'd
we should
definitely
bring
try
one
to
in
try
to
To
that.
not eat.
To quit chewing.
Yeah, I think we just have them fix everything. Like you stop chewing, me stop eating pizza at midnight.
Yeah.
Todd, wherever you want.
Stop drinking so much. And chewing and sometimes smoking and
Eating bad and
heroin
and I'm gonna start that and thing. Anytime I hear somebody say and, I'm just gonna start echoing them hard. And because it always is something special. And every time a caller calls in and they say and, I just go, oh, I can't wait for this because they have more to say. And some callers are very hilarious. They come in with no preparation, Todd.
We have some great callers.
And we have some.
And then every now and then we get those people that talk for like 10 minutes.
Or they
say nothing.
They get nervous. I think they start nervous talking. Like, da, 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 da.
Like in their head when they're calling, they're like, oh, this is a hilarious story. And they start telling it, and you can tell they're like wanting to back out. They're like, oh, yeah, this isn't
I
going
start feeling
anywhere.
so bad for people. I start feeling so because I hear them like losing faith in themselves. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, keep going, keep going. Have a little confidence, adjustment, and then they just kind of fall off. It's like, got nothing for you there.
What
Have
a
a good one.
crazy thing, though, that callers to your show will wait on there for 2.5 hours to get on the show.
It's absurd.
They just stay on the line like
They call in
2.5 hours.
They call in at 9:56. I start seeing the line start like ding, 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 while the cousins are kind of ending. And I see them fill up as we go on. It's filled. It's like holy shit! Like I know you're there, but I want to talk to my friends here that are in the room for a little bit. But I
Right.
feel bad making people wait. And then they have a subject next to it, and the subject sometimes is out of left field. It's like I don't even know. I don't want to talk about that right now, so I don't even want to bring that phone call up. So it's a very interesting thing.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that funny? The only window they call in is that 90, like 9 or 56 minute.
Yeah, and if they don't, it's
They're done for.
it's for probably an hour. There's probably no more open lines for probably an hour. It's wild.
Crazy to think of, yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Very, very thankful for the people that listen and call in, because there's some real home runs in there.
Some hilarious
People,
ones.
I think people when they call in, they shouldn't think about the amount of people probably listening. They should just think about calling to have a conversation with us.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot better that way. You know, just try and call and talk to us. Try to make us laugh. Don't try to make the whole crowd, like, don't try to make everybody hope.
Right.
Does that make sense? I think that's,
Yeah, there's a good mix of stories versus like real questions that are cool to answer. You know what I mean?
Brendan, what did Brendan, the truck driver, told a story about the cocaine. I said, how long you been? Oh, not too long, just on and off now for about 13 years. That guy was a home run. That guy loved the winter, bro. Loves snow. And then the dude Ashton from Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
I went into a break. I said, Ashton from Alabama. I like that name. We're probably going to go with him. And he sent out a tweet immediately that was like, oh, just because my mom named me Ashton, I'm getting to go on the show. Very nervous. And I read like a couple of his friends like, come on, Ashton. Like, hit a home run when he gets in there. And then he delivered. He delivered on the other side of the break. I was proud of him. I was like, he had a lot of friends listening. They were like, don't fuck this up, Ashton. Don't fuck this up down there. It
And
was good.
that John guy always calls in.
From Georgia.
Yeah.
He was
How
skirting the
y'all
line there.
boys doing?
He was skirting the line there for a long time. He's a funny fucking dude, but goddamn, it's a Russian roulette with him. At any given time, we get kicked off the air forever. Because who knows what he's going to say? We could get kicked off the air forever with him.
My favorite moment is when he finally got a smartphone. He was like, I finally got one of them touch phones.
Yeah, did you hear? Hey, what? How do I find your guys' pawn cast? Pawn chat.
Yeah, pawn chat.
Pawn chat. I want to listen to you guys' pawn chat. I got this Sirius in my truck. I got one of them touch phones. Hey, Nick. Hey, play some fucking Haggard on the way. That guy's great. But it is a Russian. It's a Russian roulette.
Yeah,
Clicking
it's
on
scary.
it. It's a Russian roulette. Clicking on it. Because who knows?
Do you think by now Gonzo is sitting there by the button? Whenever he
Is
knows
there a
it's John
button?
coming on?
I don't know if there's a button. I don't think there's a button.
Oh, dump?
I don't think there is.
Probably not.
I don't think there is.
It's not like a 3-second delay.
Because I've said numerous times, right? Like, dump, like, get that. And Guns is like, we missed it or something. Like, I don't know if he does it as a gimmick or not. I don't think there's a
Then
dump
we're
button.
in trouble with
It's a Russian roulette with some of the callers. You never know what's coming in. I have no idea. You just got to guess. Oh, this guy wants to talk about this. And you're like, all right, let's let him on and hear what he has to say. I'll tell you what, back in that World War, I told them motherfuckers, and Jesus, and tone, please. Let's get the dial tone. I have a good time with that Sirius show.
Would you enjoy if they all Skyped in?
Oh, to see them? Yeah, I mean, I'm a FaceTime guy. I really am a FaceTime guy. I don't talk on the phone. I only FaceTime.
We could do Skype through the radio show.
What does that mean? We'll just open up our Skype and people just Skype into the room?
Well, yeah, because it's connected through the board. So if we just unmuted the Skype channel, anyone could do
But
that.
they would have to call us on Skype, right?
You can put them on hold, right? Can't they all just be there and then you click on them? Mm-hmm. Just like you do with the phone calls.
Because, it'll just say it's busy if someone else is trying to call in. And then when we end it, because we did it that one day, we opened it up just for people to do it. Just something to think about.
Something to think about.
yeah.
Put them because we have that big ass TV in the middle of the studio. They would just be right there.
And we'd have that other camera running so they'd be able to see everyone in the studio, too.
Every time I do one of them big TV networks, you don't see shit. They just make you stare at a wall while they see you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's a Skype in, but they have a camera on you, and you're just staring at a blank wall.
You just hear the questions.
Yeah,
in your ear.
you'll be talking to Oscar and Jennifer.
They'd be more nervous though.
Looking at us?
Yeah.
For sure.
Because at least you could hide behind your phone.
And they have to be somewhere where they can really set up and
Yeah.
record themselves, right?
I think there's a lot of unemployed people listening to us. I mean, I think we're pretty big in the unemployed.
Imagine a John Skype. Just play.
Oh, I couldn't even. I got 12 million from Argentina. Money came through Chile.
The ones that have to go run and hide in the bathroom to
Yeah.
talk.
On their phone.
They're in the stall. Hi, Pat.
Oh, we're gonna have a good summer. Hashtag Endgang. Hashtag Endgame. Send a photo of something that should be added to the Barn of Bad Decisions. I like where our heads at there. Todd, you want to take a bump on this thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. There ain't no
Can't wait to
padding
break
there.
my collarbone. I'll need a new hip.
All right, for myself, Ty Schmidt, Viva Lazito, Todd McComas, and the Barn of Bad Decisions, this has been the McAfee Show. Ty Schmidt, hit the music.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. He was a high school All-American, a college All-American. He was All-Pro in the NFL, but the thing that he's most proud of is during his show in Muncie, Indiana, he made a woman in the crowd laugh so hard she shit her pants